What is this? Forbes Breaking News doesn't usually do, narrative segments. Forbes Newsroom. What are we on about? Trump has flip-flopped on tariffs over 25 times since April. We got more tariffs today, or more announced tariffs today. 30% tariffs against EU and Mexico beginning August 1st. Why? Who knows? How do these add up? How do these add on to the existing ones? I don't know. Who knows? Nobody can keep track. Were any of these actually in effect? A lot of them are. Yeah, I mean, a lot of tariff revenue is coming in. It's just sometimes they don't get charged at the dock. Sometimes the thing makes its way to your door, and then you get hit up for the tariff bill right then and there. That greasy ass picture is perfect. Dude, he's been looking rough lately. People have been saying that for a while, but he's looked worse than this. That's downright flattering compared to some of the shots I've seen lately. He does look a little bit waxy, yeah. No, white is not his color. I agree. I agree. Mexico has been helping me secure the border, but what Mexico has done is not enough. That's great. Just put the Truth Social post in the bag. Wait, I have to log into Truth Social to see Trump's posts? What the hell? It wasn't like that before. They changed it like a week ago. You just find the screenshots on Twitter. All right, what has he been truthing? Because of the fact that Rosie O'Donnell is not in the best interests of our great country, I am giving serious consideration to taking away her citizenship. She is a threat to humanity and should remain in the wonderful country of Ireland if they want her. God bless America. Okay, that's good. That's good. What did she do? He doesn't know. Oh, Christ. These are in the official presidential letters that he sent to the EU and to Mexico. It's not just Truth Social posts. They let him type out the damn letters. Oh, God. Dear Madam President Ursula von der Leyen, President of the EU, or European Commission, it is a great honor for me to send you this letter and that it demonstrates the strength and commitment of our trading relationship and the fact that the United States of America has agreed to continue working with the European Union despite having one of our largest trade deficits with you. Nevertheless, we have decided to move forward, but only with more balanced and fair trade. Therefore, we invite you to participate in the extraordinary economy of the United States, the #1 market in the world by far. We've had years to discuss our trade. Yeah. Okay. The EU will allow complete open market access to the U.S. with no tariff being charged to us in an attempt to reduce the large trade deficit. If for any reason you decide to raise your tariffs and retaliate, then whatever the reason you choose to raise them by will be added on to the 30% we charge. Please understand these tariffs are... Oh, I thought he was going to say these 30% tariffs are because you haven't dropped all tariffs. But what he's actually saying is the 30% is just for the love of the game, and we'll add on to more... Yeah, okay. Please understand that these tariffs are necessary to correct the many years of European Union tariff and non-tariff policies and trade barriers which cause the large and unsustainable trade deficits across the United States. This deficit is a major threat to our economy and, indeed, our national security. And to Claudia Sheinbaum, President of the United Mexican States. Is that actually the official... Because I know Mexico is... states. They have states. That's actually the formal title for Mexico? I didn't know that. That's cool. Mexico and America should really just be one country. In a good world, we would be. And it would be awesome. We would have the best food in the world. We could just call it the Gulf of Mexico-America. He tariffed Brazil, which has a trade deficit with the U.S. Well, obviously, it's not like he's going over the numbers. It is a great honor for me to send you this letter and that it demonstrates the strength and commitment of our trading relationship and the fact that the U.S. of A. has agreed to continue working with Mexico despite our strong relationship. You will recall the U.S. imposed tariffs on Mexico to deal with our nation's fentanyl crisis, which is caused in part by Mexico's failure to stop the cartels, who are made up of the most despicable people. Blah, 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 blah. 30% tariff. If for any reason you decide to raise your tariffs, then whatever the number you choose to raise them by will be added onto the 30% that we charge. Also, I must mention that the flow of fentanyl is hardly the only challenge we have with Mexico, which has many tariff and non-tariff policies and trade barriers. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, nice. I don't know, man. It is like a child. It makes me wonder, genuinely, like, who is the person pulling the strings here? Because it's not Trump, obviously, but also, I don't know. Miller? Yeah, but like, it doesn't even seem coherent for Miller. It doesn't even seem to work there. Anyway, these tariffs have worked, at least to assist Trump in one goal. This is the worst year we've basically ever had for the dollar, at least since 1986. So for the past 40 years, the value of the dollar relative to our peers is down 11%. Isn't that amazing? We're so back. There is one country that's happy about the tariff letters, by the way. What, Russia? The Myanmar junta expressed its heartfelt appreciation because the U.S. had not, until now, recognized its legitimacy. Okay, sure, man, whatever. I doubt that's intentional. Sincere appreciation for letter from U.S. President threatening 40% tariff. It would have been funnier if the letter had been addressed to the Myanmar insurgency, you know? This is the first public formal recognition I've seen, said Richard Horsey, a senior Myanmar advisor for the International Crisis Group, describing it as a gift to the regime. Don't you have a war to fight? Get back to work. The junta leader's reply talked about how he was also a victim of election fraud. It's a bold strategy, but there's a non-zero chance of this fostering some kind of meaningful political relationship between the United States and the junta. Not likely, but it's possible. Shoot your shot, King, but get back to dying to those insurgents, okay? Don't spend too long shooting your shot. Hey, what's that? Is that a top secret call to action that isn't part of a live stream? Yes, and you're special for seeing it. I want you guys to phone back. I know that it can be exhausting keeping up with the news. I try to make it more palatable because I deliver it. I'm funny, the funniest guy alive, maybe. But unfortunately, consuming information in a way that you find humorous doesn't actually, like, change the world or fix the problems you're hearing about. It just makes you feel smart for knowing about them, which, I mean, if you're satisfied with that, that's kind of part of the problem on our side, right? Progressive Victory is doing a last-second phone bank, blitz of phone banking for the lovely Dea Fox, one of a number of young Gen Z Democratic progressives. She's been doing a wonderful job. She's basically like surged in the polls, got a bunch of money, has been using her history as one of the campaign strategists for Kamala Harris. Yeah, she's got a little bit of an inside touch with the DNC. You need the phone bank right now. Phone bank or you're an idiot. You can sign up with Progressive Victory. Look at that. They've got a website. It's called progressivevictory.win because they like winning. Listen, the link's down below. You know where to click if you want to do this, okay? I know you have free time. I know you want the world to be better than it is, so please give it a try, okay? You just join up, you sign up with the Discord, you give your info and phone number, you join the Discord, and there are people there, they're running phone banks. They're running it right now as I record this. The election's only in a few days, okay? And there's a decent shot Fox could win. And while I'm at it, you know, I know a lot of folks donate to me. You're very kind. PV needs money to pay their organizers, and they are doing actual work. You've heard all this from me before, okay? But how many times did you have to be told to clean your room before you actually did it? How many times have you been told that your life would be better if you set a consistent sleep schedule and if you exercised regularly and went on walks, and you still haven't done it? But it would still be better for you if you did. You can still make your life better, and you can still make the world better, okay? Take it seriously. Give it a try. Links in the description and the stinger.